John Budd. We had written remarks from Mr. Ron Marcus attached and Mr. Brad Bernard. So we'll begin with Mr. Scales. Please state your name and address for the record.
Daniel Scales, 515 Harvey, San Marcos, Texas. I have item 13, mandatory microchipping. I have at least 17 friends that couldn't be here tonight to speak against microchipping because they're involved in the political process, not just voting, but also getting together after the polls close so they get all their artifacts together to go to the convention. Otherwise, they would be here. I find highly suspect that we're deciding this issue on election day, and I find it incredibly ironic that you're doing it during the Texas Independent Convention. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Ms. Lisa Marie Cavaletta.
Hi, Madam Mayor, City Council. My name is Lisa Marie Cavaletta, I live at 516 Harvey. I've seen the other cruelty of animals being tethered in San Marcos and wondering where the Animal Service Advisory Board is. This happens every day. It's been happening for years. I ran for political office in 2008 because I was wanting to go to no-kill shelter. And then here I am 2 years later fighting the ordinance that I work to prevent cruelty here in San Marcos. The original ordinance that I supported, I was told point blank, did not require mandatory microchipping. And yet here we are 2 years later. Where is the education on proper care of pets? Where is the education on cruelty? We have an astronomical number of animals in our town right now who are starving, as well as children in our school districts. This is well documented. Where is the assistance to help these families pay for the food for their pets, not to mention the tax, which you as a city council now create a monopoly that only the issuing agent here in San Marcos through the Animal Services Advisory Board can implement and microchip. This is Texas Independence Week. Here you are now reporting that we will have a database with citizens' identification information. We have citizens who have religious concerns. Still, a year later, I have no information from legal after attending 4 public hearings and a city council meeting asking specifically, what will we do if a person who has a religious objection has their dog mandatory microchipped, and we still don't have an answer. The Animal Advisory Board reports that we will have education, and yet there's been little, if any, indication of when there is a public hearing. In fact, if you look at the data that was online, you can actually kind of follow the information of when that was up. The RSS feeds for the last city council meeting weren't up on the website. I find that very interesting. If you look at the posting of when the last public hearing was put up and posted, and then the days in which the hearing was up, very few days were allowed for citizens to put their information in. What I do know is that you set a precedent. The mayor and city council of our community said that, you know what, we're going to be the first city in the nation to overturn this ordinance, and now you are overturning your own mandate. Your mandate to this board was a voluntary, not a mandatory microchipping element. And yet what we see again is that the board continually brings up to us that they want a mandatory microchipping. I personally requested information. I have gone through these meetings. I have seen time and time again statements such as, the second time you need something permanent. This is the intent of the board. This depending upon what the lawyers tell us. Once it comes the second time, we need something permanent. We need to put it in the database. The citizens have told you that they do not want this. The animal shelter is now the sole issuing agent. There are monopoly issues here. We also have issues of personal property, religious freedom, and right to privacy because this information is being put in a database. Finally, this is a county-wide problem. What will happen when you begin to mandatory microchip pets in other counties? Thank you for your time. And here's a picture of Charlie Brown who died as a result of forced microchipping in California.
Mr. John Budd, and then Mr. Brad Bernard.
Your Honor, City Councilman, my name is John Budd, and I live at 1502 Earl Street in San Marcos. And I'm here representing